Yeah, I thought he really did a good job. He started the game with those 2 offensive rebounds early. I thought offensively, again, we were a little bit flat to start with, 2 stagnant, but he went and got those. And then defensively, I just think the more he plays, the better he's going to get. I think he'll get so much better on the offensive end, but he's doing the things that we wanted him to do to start the game with his defense and rebounding. And, he's a guy out there that he's just trying to keep the ball moving for the most part, and he hit his threes, and he's capable of doing that. And but overall, it was good. I thought it really kind of helped our rotation too in the backcourt a little bit, having instead of just going to the bench, because he's really a guy that we consider more of a front court guy. Having Lamonte and Bowden on the bench that comes into the backcourt, I thought it helps that rotation a little bit. Defensively, I didn't think we were very good in the second half. I thought we were just kind of going through the motions with it and not doing what we really needed to do, and that's where we've got to get better, where we can consistently play for 40 minutes.
Corey and Grant, Coach Admiral had one of his most efficient games offensively, only missed 1 shot. What did you make of his performance tonight?
I thought he was patient with it. He and Grant both turned it over in the post where they were, and it's not their fault because we were posting the ball. They would sink down, we'd throw it back and try to post it again, and you can't do that when they're sinking like that. We needed to either cut, which we told them to do, or get it to the other side for a post up. But I thought he was patient, and we knew tonight this would be a different game in terms of Eastern Kentucky pressing. We thought Ball would be a major key in the game because they were going to go up and try to put 2 guys on the ball, and once he settled in, he got by him and pretty much had what he wanted out of it. And but I thought they were patient, both he and Grant really, and I thought Grant made a really conscientious effort to rebound the ball early, which was important. I'd still like to see more out of Kyle and John Fulkerson in a game like this. And didn't get as much from those guys as we'd like to.
Why do you think Eve can do what he did tonight as a starter opposed to coming off a bench?
I think he knew it'd be the way. It's just that I felt like, we're trying to get Jordan Bowden going and trying to give him a different look to look at it. And he just, again, it's just a gut feeling. I just felt like we had to get more out of Bowden, and maybe sometimes you do that by changing it up for him and let him sit and watch it. Hope they don't come in and see it differently. And you look at him. I'm not concerned about Jordan Bowden shooting the ball. I just want to see him do all the other things. And I just think if you're not shooting the ball well, you'll get lost in the game. Doing other things, that part of it will just flow naturally for you. And I just wanted him to have a chance to look at it instead of starting. And believe we expected to get exactly the same from me, whether he started or not. And like I said, I do think it helped the rotation a little bit.
Mike, Weston, Rob.
Like you guys got to the line a lot more this game. You kind of emphasized that after Kansas. How did you feel about that today?
Well, we did. We did get there again. I'd like to see us shoot really a better percentage than what we did, but we allowed them to get there way too. We just fouled way too much, and especially in the second half. But I go back and look at points in the paint. That's how we want to play. I was glad to see us get 14 points off the break. I mean, that was big for us. And we talked a lot about if we could turn them over, attack him, get to the rim, and I thought Ball really tried to make a push. We didn't have a particularly great night shooting the ball. We could have shot a lot more threes if we had wanted to. But again, we got to get to the free throw line. We need to drive the ball more. We did start doing that a little bit better in the second half to allow us to get there a little bit.
I know different guys handle a situation like the one with Valentine. Different guys handle it differently. He's always been a guy who kind of cares a lot and is an unselfish guy. Was he someone that you had to explain to him this was more of an opportunity than a punishment or anything of that sort?
I didn't explain anything to him. I just said, hey, this is what we want to do. And he's had more opportunity than anybody. He's been a guy that he's had it pretty easy. I've coached everybody on the team probably harder than him because he's one of those guys that we're talking about Bowden, right? Where he's normally doing all the right things, but we think he can do more. And I'm not talking about scoring. I'm not talking about anything other than he can do more. And we just feel like he's been very tentative And that's the one thing that we don't want any of our guys to be tentative. We don't want that. And that's what we feel. And so that's why we made the change as much as anything. We need him to be aggressive, and we need him to want more out of himself. And the more he'll demand from himself, the better it's going to help our team.
Coach, you may have used it before, but I don't think you have it as extensively. Line up with Hans, Grant, Schofield, Bone, and what's the guys?
Kyle.
No, not Kyle.
No.
But you went small. I mean, did you like that?
Yeah,
And is it something you're going to do more of?
Yeah,
Small?
well, you know, it's small, but it's long.
And they're
Yeah,
big
and they're
guys.
big, strong, physical team, and it's a long team. I mean, you just mentioned 3 guys that basically average a 7-foot wingspan. And, you know, then you talk about 2 guys that are experienced now, and Eve is a guy that's going to do a lot of the dirty work. But yeah, that group is good, and I just know we got to get more out of Kyle, got to get more out of Fulkerson, especially when we have a lineup like that. And you guys know, a year ago, we at the end of games, we basically went small. And do we have to do that this year? I don't know yet, but we like it because we think it really creates a matchup problem for other teams, especially with Grant playing inside and Admiral being on the perimeter. We think it creates a problem there. And what's good about those 2 guys, even when we have them playing with one big guy throughout a possession, those guys will just interchange. One guy will go outside, inside, which is really hard to. They haven't learned to do that on their own, which gives us a lot of versatility where you might think that Admiral's playing on the perimeter and all once he'll sneak inside, Grant will move to the outside, things like that, which we need to make it hard for people to be able just to lock into those guys and know where they are all the time.
Coach, here, how do you see your team athletic defensively? You guys had many blocks in the first half. Do you see determination, especially defense in this game?
Well, definitely Eve wants to go block shots. You know, Kyle likes to do that. We got guys, Grant can block shots. We have the ability to do that, but we've got to get better at guarding the ball. We have way too many middle drives. And started the second half and got the exact rotation we wanted, and Grant rotated out and let the guy just put it on the floor and drive right by him. And once they get the ball to the middle in that lane, it's hard to guard, and we had it scrambling. But they do some good things offensively that makes it some difficult slides when you offer ball screen action. But we just got to do a better job. And do we want to block shots? Yes. We want to. Those are fix-it plays, but we'd like to do a better job of staying in front of the ball where that doesn't put that much pressure on our front line.
Finish up with Steve and then Mark.
So it was about tied 7 minutes into the game, and you went like a 21-3 run. I know you said the defense was a little disappointing in the second half. What did you like from your defense during that spurt there?
Well, that's when we got it going. I thought we were, you know, again, they were really back in there, and you know, we would do what we would normally do, you know, put it inside, but we hold it. You know, Grant turned it over. So they can't hold the ball. Everybody knows we're isolating there, and we got to move it. And what we've got to learn to do actually is swing it to the other side some and still go inside from the backside. You know, we can always throw it in and throw it out and shoot a quick 3. If it's going in, it's great. But if it's not, we've got to, you know, make another play. And I don't want to be a 1-pass, 2-pass, 3-point shooting team. I don't want to play like that because you don't get fouled, you don't get to the free throw line. And we're just too stagnant to start the game. And defensively, again, the numbers probably look pretty good, but I didn't think we were great, honestly, even in the first half. I think we're going to be so much better. Got to have more effort, energy, really, to do what we want to do.
Hey, Rick, up in the back. With a guy like Eve, who's as athletic as he is and can kind of really do anything, is it unique for how restrained he is? He kind of always plays within himself. He never gets too wild. Is that unique in a way?
Yeah, and what he is, he's a glue kind of guy. You know, he's not out there. Some guys are out there just, you know, they get trying to score it. And you need some of those guys, but you can't have everybody doing that. You know, and that's what I like about Eve. He'll turn down some shots and put it back inside, and he actually made a nice cut. And we got to get him. We're really working on him being able to score inside like Admiral and Grant, because with his athletic ability, he should be able to do that. He's got to play quicker, and we need him to do that. But he's a glue guy. You know, he understands that he's not out there looking for his shot first, second, third. He'll take it when it's there, and he actually really made a nice drive tonight and made a good kick out. He we're still talking to him a lot about playing off 2 feet because naturally he's thinking about jumping up and making plays. But the more he plays, it's just the better he's going to get. And he'll keep getting better, obviously, because he works so hard at the game.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.